Coming up on the Rockbridge Report, Congressman Bob Goodlatte campaigns in Lexington, construction for the RANA continues, and we'll show you clips from Lexington's Arbor Day.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Elizabeth Stites.
And I'm Mickey Gorman. City Manager Jay Scudder is pushing Buena Vista to look into repairing the city's old and leaky water pipes. Rockbridge reporter Caitlin Dormer has the story.
Buena Vista is primed to spend $2.5 million to fix 2 city water sources. But City Manager Jay Scudder says it's a plan that won't hold water.
Instead of hooking up the Hall Spring, which is water we do not need today and won't anytime in the foreseeable future, we can improve our service delivery and the quality of water and reduce water loss.
The State Health Department closed the city's Dickinson well in 2009 because of contamination. It had been Buena Vista's main water source. The city will install a new filtration system using a state grant and borrowed money. Hall Spring, a smaller water source, taps into Dickinson well. The plan was to put both back on the water line after changes were made, but Scudder says one is enough.
We don't need to spend the money on extra water capacity because the Dickinson well is going to over double our current capacity. We don't need more water after that.
He wants to use the money designated for Hall Spring to fix leaky water pipes instead. Scudder says the city loses about half its water because of leaks already.
Why spend $500,000 potentially on something you don't need? So when we've got these other infrastructure issues and service delivery issues that we can hopefully fix something and improve our customer delivery.
The city expected to spend about $500,000 to put Hall Spring back online. Scudder says reallocating the money to pipe repairs is a better use of funds. Mayor Frankie Hogan agrees.
It makes no sense at all to spend $500,000 to bring additional water on when all you're doing is pumping it into the ground.
A new filtration system for Dickinson well is supposed to be finished in spring. City Council still hasn't decided whether to spend the $500,000 on Hall Spring or the leaky pipes. But Hogan is sure that Council will see it his way.
Most of the citizens that have lived here all their lives, they know what kind of shape the water system's in.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Caitlin Dormer.
Hogan says the Buena Vista City Council will address changes to the water systems at their meeting next week.
Congressman Bob Goodlatte and Joe Wilson came back to Washington and Lee Wednesday. The two alums spoke to a crowd in Lee Chapel on several political issues. Both congressmen told a crowd of about 70 people to support fellow Republicans Mitt Romney and George Allen, who is running for U.S. Senate. Goodlatte is up for re-election in Virginia's 6th District. He says he will support a constitutional amendment to balance the federal budget, and he wants to bring government spending under control. He says this is the best way to encourage private investment and help the economy.
To look to the private sector through energy policy, through regulatory reform to grow our economy, and then the people in this country who need jobs, who need better jobs, will have much more hope.
Wilson says the House Committee on Foreign Affairs. He says Iran's nuclear program is a real threat to the United States. He is also concerned with the regime's aggressive position in the Middle East.
I've also been very supportive of regimes such as Syria, which have been so despotic toward the people who live in their country, and then they're a threat to our allies.
That is running against political newcomer Andy Schmuckler. Coming up next, presidential campaigns focus on Virginia with less than 2 weeks until the election day.
Let's turn over this log. Yeah. Whoa! I like the big black ones. I like the brown wiggly ones.
I like the green crunchy ones myself.
Whoa.
Get out and explore nature. There's surprises everywhere. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Anyone up for dessert?
The magical thing about using energy wisely is that anyone can do it. turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off computers and game systems when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Grab a grown-up and go online to energy.gov/kids.
Did you buy the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes.
The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed. Visit ready.gov.
Cotton balls. Duct tape. Spoon. Needle. Thread. Scalpel.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back. Presidential and vice presidential candidates are campaigning in Virginia this week. President Obama spoke in Richmond earlier this afternoon. Republican vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan will be in Charlottesville tonight at a GOP rally, and Vice President Biden will be at the Lynchburg City Armory on Saturday.
President Obama has made his choice for president. He's the first sitting president to take advantage of early voting. He cast his vote at the Martin Luther King Community Center in Chicago. Both campaigns are trying to take advantage of early voting.
Virginia attorney Ken Cuccinelli is investigating the Pennsylvania man for voter fraud. The Rockingham County Sheriff's Department says Colin Small threw out 8 voter registration forms. Small worked for the staffing firm Pinpoint, who is contracted by Virginia's Republican Party to register voters. Small was charged with 13 counts of fraud. The State Board of Elections voted unanimously to refer the matter to Cuccinelli's office.
Former Secretary of Defense Robert Gates will receive the Byrd Award. At VMI on Friday, the Harry F. Byrd Jr. Award will be given to the public official with the most significant civil contribution since 2001. Gates will speak to the cadets and the public at Cameron Hall in the morning.
Chickens will not be living in Lexington anytime soon. Last Thursday night, City Council voted 4-2 against letting Lexington residents keep chickens on their property. Council member George Purd said the group doesn't share the same visions of Lexington's future. Another council member said keeping chickens was a health risk, citing salmonella as a cause for concern. Mayor Mimi Elrod recommended the ordinance, but she's only permitted to vote in case of a tie. Despite the popularity of the legalized chickens bumper sticker, other council members said there wasn't enough support to vote yes.
2 local dog breeders might be out of business. The Rockbridge County Board of Supervisors denied a rezoning request from Jody Lynch and Elaine Hartenovich. They have 26 dogs in outdoor kennels with puppies on the way, but they can't sell them. The county requires breeders to have a special permit. Hartenovich thought that she had one, but complaints from neighbors led the county to shut down cold water labs. Hartenovich plans to show her dogs for the year. Then she says she'll reapply for a permit.
After the break, find out what caused another accident on Interstate 81 this morning.
I understand you need a little help with your mortgage. Want to avoid foreclosure. Candy? Well, you know, you're in luck. We're experts in this sort of thing. Mortgage, rigmarole, whatnot. Why don't we get a contract? Who wants a contract?
Here you go, Pete.
Thanks, Betty.
Write a toner.
If you're facing foreclosure, talk to the right people. Speak with HUD-approved housing counselors free of charge at 888-995-HOPE.
Yes, ready? Go get it.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone, but you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
So, are you going out tonight?
I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work.
That's so gay.
Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia. Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia? Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Welcome back. Roads are clear again after a tractor-trailer fire caused a 4-mile delay on Interstate 81 this morning. Rockbridge County Emergency Management Coordinator Robert Forsman said that no one was injured in the fire. The tractor-trailer caught fire around 10:30 this morning. Forsman said that it took 2 hours to put out the fire and get the vehicle off the road. It is currently unknown what caused the tractor-trailer to catch fire.
Work on Rockbridge's new broadband network continues at a steady clip. Rockbridge Area Network Authority board members say that the project core should be done by next March. The entire project must be completed by next June. This is the deadline for RANA's $7 million federal stimulus grant. RANA has had trouble getting some area residents to allow them to dig fiber lines through their yards. With the time constraint, RANA has adjusted these routes. Board members say that the project will be completed on time and on budget.
Local school kids are benefiting from nearly $4 million in federal money for after-school programs. These schools in Rockbridge County currently receiving funding, but over the past decade, several others locally have also gotten the 3-year grants. Maury River Middle School Principal Philip Thompson says his school offers everything from computer animation to bicycle repair. But when the school's grant expires this year, so will much of that programming.
Muchacho Alegre, located just past Hull's Drive-In on North Lee Highway, is serving up Mexican food that has people flocking. Owner Marco Garcia says the 3 hotels near the restaurant boost the weekend crowd while students and locals come in during the week. Muchacho Alegre is competing with 2 Don Tequila locations, but Garcia and his 13-person staff have big hopes for the restaurant. It has plans for hosting and catering events. Garcia says if business continues to grow, he would like to open more locations.
After the break, we'll be back with the weather.
Learning how to kickflip 6 stairs takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Mom, can I have $1?
Yeah, it's right. I think my purse is upstairs on the bed.
It's not here.
Check the dining room.
No.
What about your sister's room?
It's not there either.
The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet?
There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
Now it's time for the weather. Our warm week continues tomorrow with a high of 72 and a low of 54 degrees with a partly cloudy skies. Saturday will be a little cooler with a high of 64, a low of 49, and cloudy skies. Sunday begins a chilly week off with a high of 56, a low of 39 degrees with a few showers. Monday will have a high of 44 degrees with a low of 33 and more showers. Tuesday will also be rainy with a high of 41 and a low of 31 degrees.
Lexington hosted Arbor Day on Tuesday. The city replaced a recently uprooted 120-year-old oak to celebrate the holiday. The city's arborist planted a tree, a Kentucky coffee tree. It replaced one of the oldest trees in the city that was uprooted in last summer's derecho. Lexington has been a tree city since 2000. City arborist Hughes says that this tree might help the city's bid for a 14th straight year. Lexington's application goes up for review in December.
That's all for tonight. You can find out more about what's happening in your area by visiting our website at rockbridgereport.washingtonandlee.net. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.